Welcome everybody to another episode of Shot in the Dark. I am your host, John Siino Evil here. Let's get right down to it. AEW Dark Elevation. We have the best man, Miro, with a record of 5-0, defeating Will All Day with a record of 0-2 by submission really quick here with the game over. We go to match number 2, Abaddon with a record of 5-1, defeated Ryo Mizunami with a record of 10-1. Even back and forth match here. I'm actually surprised that, well, not really surprised. I'm surprised more that Mizunami was the one to take the loss here against Abaddon, but Abaddon does get the big win here with the Cemetery Drive. John Moxley, rare appearance on AEW Dark here with a record of 31-2-1, ranked number 3. Defeated Andrew Palace with a record of 0-2. Very quick here with a rear naked chokehold. The Dark Order's 10 with a record of 13-2, ranked number 5. Defeated D3 with a record of 0-1. Very quick win here with the full Nelson submission. Orange Cassidy with a record of 9-1, accompanied by Chris Statlander, ranked number 2. Defeated VSK with a record of 0-3 with the Beach Break. Another quick match. FTR with a record of 3-0, ranked number 5. Defeated Terrence and Terrell Hughes with a record of 0-1. Cash Wheeler gets the pin here with the assisted spike pile driver. I guess this is the match that was cut from last week. There's a lot of, odd editing here. Some of the matches are in dark, some of the matches are in light time, so there definitely was a lot of a time adjustment, and obviously this match was taped last week as there's different people in the crowd. Match number 7, Nyla Rose with a record of 6-2, ranked number 4, defeated Maddie Rankowski with a record of 3-2 after weeks of both of these girls teaming up together. And Nyla does pin her with the Beast Bomb. Vicky Guerrero, as usual, takes over from Justin Roberts and then pays off the referee for whatever reason, even though I guess Nyla Rose was going to obviously win this match. Nick Camarado with the Factory with a record of 7-4, defeated Baron Black with a record of 0-9 with a Powerbomb. Red Velvet with a record of 12-2, ranked number 5, defeated Reka Tahaka with a record of 0-1 with a spin kick to the head. Tahaka is making her TV debut, but she was on AEW's house show, the House Always Wins, a couple weeks ago. Private Party with a record of 3-0 defeated Duke Davis and Gannon Jones with a record of 0-1. Mark Quinn got the roll-up pin on Gannon Jones after Matt Hardy did a little bit of interference holding on to Duke Davis's leg. Thunder Rosa with a record of 8-2, ranked number 2 in the women's division, defeated Willow Nightingale, who's making her debut. Rosa wins with the Fire Thunder Driver. Nightingale, she's been wrestling for about 6 years. She's wrestled in GCW recently, Shimmer, Shine, Beyond Wrestling, and so much more. QT Marshall with a record of 10-0, defeated Dylan McQueen making his debut. He actually won with the Crossroads to mock Cody Rhodes. McQueen is a Nightmare Factory student. He actually wrestled in GCW at the Effie shows recently. And after the match, Camarado set up the steel steps and Marshall hit a pile driver to McQueen onto them. Gun Club with a record of 2-0, consisting of Austin and Colton, defeated Chaos Project, ranked up with a record of 9-11. Colton gets the pin on Serpentico after the Colt 45. And the main event, Matt Hardy and The Blade, a little odd combination here, with the Butcher still injured, defeated Alan Five Angels and Colt Cabana, with Matt Hardy making Angels tap out to the Leech after the Private Party and the Bunny all get involved. So that's pretty much the stick with the Hardy family office. They just all interfere in each other's matches. There was no actual spotlight video on this episode. No, getting to know any of the wrestlers, which I kind of missed, because after last week's great one with Layla Hirsch, this show could have definitely been separated, some of the matches with that. And even on the regular Tuesday Dark, there was no sort of interview segment at all. Speaking of Tuesday Darks, Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks defeated Brick Aldridge and Aaron Fry. Hobbs does all the work here, destroys Fryer in a couple minutes with the town business. Layla Hirsch defeated Diamante by submission with the armbar. Hirsch made very quick work of Diamante here, surprisingly. I figured this match would be a little bit more competitive, but it really wasn't. Varsity Blondes with a record of 9-2 defeated Liam Gray and Adrian Adonis. Garrison pins Alanis after Pillman hits him with a flying clothesline. SCU with a record of 11-0 defeated Jake St. Patrick and Spencer Slade. Excalibur mentions that Slade wrestles with headgear on because he's actually the first deaf professional wrestler in AEW, and the headgear actually helps his hold his hearing aid in. Daniels pins Slade after the BME. Big Swole defeated Megan Bain, making her debut by submission with a cloverleaf. Bain has wrestled in OVW for the last couple years, and she has this Greek goddess type of gimmick. Sunny Kiss and Joey Janela defeated Kit Sackett and Justin Law. Kiss pin Law after a reverse DDT split combo. Kylan King with a record of 7-3 defeated Julia Hart with the Kingdom Falls. Julia Hart is somebody else who's making her debut. She has this cheerleader type gimmick. Think of Alexa Bliss when she first debuted at NXT. That sort of style, even the same colors. But she does come from the Nightmare Factory. Pac with a record of 4-0 defeated Serpentico by submission with the Brutalizer after hitting a Tombstone Piledriver. The Bunny defeated Layla Gray after hitting down the rabbit hole. And we get a quick interview with Pac backstage, who says that the Death Triangle are going after everyone. Match number 10, The Acclaim defeated David Ali and Barry Morales. Max Caster pins Morales after The Acclaim to fame. And before the match, he did a little freestyle about Anthony Bowens being back and healthy. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky with a record of 4-0 defeated the Hughes brothers after Scorpio Sky gets a submission on Terrell Hughes with the heel hook. Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Alex Reynolds defeated Ryan Nemeth, JD Drake, and Cesar Bononi, who are accompanied by Pretty Peter Avalon. They are making the pretty picture. And JD Drake continuing with his new makeover. This week he has this see-through button-up shirt with jeans on. So yeah, Grayson does pin Nemeth after the fatality when Avalon, his interference backfired. And this a nice little plug from Excalibur for the WB's movie Mortal Kombat. Dante Martin defeated Danny Limelight with the 450 splash. This is actually a really good match here. In the main event, Lance Archer defeated Luther really easily with the Black Hole Slam. Serpentico kept trying to interfere, but Fuego del Sol came out from the crowd to fight him off. NWA Powerrr had another one of those very short Surge episodes. Only had one match here with Genocide defeated Sky Blue with a pile driver. We had some interviews here with Thunder Rosa where she addresses criticism from people who say that she's wrestling for other groups, talking about AEW and that not being loyal. But she says that she goes where the money is to feed her family. We get a sit-down interview with Trevor Murdoch where he reminisces about Harley Race training him and gets a little emotional that he isn't here to win. It's what he's doing now. And the show finishes with Nick Aldis interview where he announces that Chris Adonis and Tom Latimer are going after the tag team titles against Kratos and Aaron Stevens, which I'm pretty sure is going to lead to Kratos turning on Stevens, and that way Adonis and Latimer can pick up those belts. And then he gets kind of blindsided when he's told that in 3 weeks there'll be a 14-man battle royal where the winner gets to face Aldis for the NWA title, with the stipulation that no current champions can be in that match. NXT UK, we have Tiamat defeated the debuting Rohan Raja by referee stoppage after Tiamat seems to pop out Raja's shoulder. Raja is the former Gursinder Singh from Impact Wrestling, and I think this is his first wrestling match since 2019. We get a quick video showing the alliance of Danny Luna, Flash Morgan Webster, and Mark Andrews, who are now calling themselves Subculture, with Webster representing the mod culture, Luna representing the punk rock culture, and Andrews representing the skating culture. Dave Mastiff also interrupts Isla Dragunov, who's in the back, and challenges him to a match. Sid Scala introduces Kaylee Ray and announces a 5-woman gauntlet match with the winner to challenge Kaylee Ray for the title, and introduces them. Ginny, Isla Dawn, Zaya Brookside, Danny Luna, and Amelia McKenzie. Kaylee Ray says that none of them are good enough to beat the Forever Champion. They also announced that A-Kid defends his Heritage Cup against Tyler Bate on the May 20th episode. Shaw Samuels defeated Levi Muir really quick with the Spinebuster. We go to Trent Seven in the PC being interviewed saying that he's a founding father, but Sam Gradwell interrupts him saying that he's a founding father as well, as they both signed their contracts on the same day. We go to this really good match here with Meiko Satomura defeated Aoife Valkyrie with a Scorpio Rising, ending Valkyrie's undefeated streak that she's had since she started here. Like I said, extremely good match from both of these women. And this match I think only escalates Valkyrie in my opinion, who after the match, Meiko kind of raised her hand and made sure that she gets the proper respect here. We get a hype video for the upcoming Loser Leaves NXT UK match with Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan. They also announced that Mastiff and Dragunov will be official on the next episode, as well as Nathan Fraser on Noam Dar's Supernova Sessions. And the main event, Gallus, Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang defeated Eddie Dennis, Primate, and T-Bone with a new name of Symbiosis, and they had this new entrance and this new music. But Joe Coffey does get the pin on Primate after hitting the best of the bells. On 205 Live here, we have Jake Atlas and August Ray defeated the Bollywood Boys, with Gray pinning Sunil Singh with the crossbody off the top rope, and then Ever Rise defeated Arya Davari and Tony Nese after Matt Martell pins Nese after a double stun gun. It looks like some of the roster from 205 Live and main event have either been called up or moved around a little bit, with Shanta the Adonis joining up with Isaiah Swerve Scott at NXT. We see Mansoor is now on Raw, and then also Drew Gulak and Angel Garza getting a little bit more prominent roles recently. New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong had a special LA Dojo showcase, with TJP defeated the DKC by submission. Fred Rosser and Ren Navita defeated Alex Coughlin and Kevin Knight, after Rosser pins Knight with a double knee gutbuster and a basement dropkick. In the main event, Carl Fredericks defeated Clark Connors with the Manifest Destiny. Very good match here, a little over 18 minutes. And after the match, Connors says that he is no more a young lion, the young lion is dead, and now he is the wild rhino. Definitely check out that match. On Ring of Honor, we had actually a really good episode this week, with Flamita defeated Bandido with a low blow after putting his foot on Bandido's face for the pin. So, insult to injury here. Definitely check this match out. Also, the OGK, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett defeated Ken Dixon in the Beer City Bruiser, with Bennett pinning Dixon after Dixon had the match won, but decided to not and keep trying to impress Bruiser. Taven hit Bruiser over the head with a beer bottle after the match, so Brian Milanes helps him up. And Attacks Dixon reunited the Bouncers with the Bruiser and Malonis together. I guess now they are heels. And the main event for the Ring of Honor TV title, Tony Deppen defeated Tracy Williams to become the new champion. After 10 minutes of action, he pins him with a roll-up. A very good match here. Violence Unlimited come out to celebrate, as he's the first one from their crew to win a title. Main event, Mustafa Ali defeated Ricochet with a roll-up with his feet on the ropes after pulling off Ricochet's boot. And Drew Gulak defeated Akira Tosawa by submission. And the WWE Network editions for the week, we have a new episode of ICW Fight Club and WXW's Dead End Special. And that is it for me. You guys can catch me here next week for another episode of Shot in the Dark.